Alright, so we'll be playing as the heavy hitter Conor Benn today because Chris Eubank ain't in the game. I wish he was in the game. Do some Chris boxing with him. Ba ba ba. Use the jab. Ba. Get on the back foot. Ba uppercut. Ba ba ba. Fucking quick too. You know, motherfucker is real quick, but he's not in the game, so we're using Conor Benn. Alrighty, as of recording this, we are moments out from the biggest fight of the year. Chris Nobly Knees Eubank versus Conor Omelette Benn, continuing the greatest rivalry in British boxing history, started by their fathers Chris Eubank Sr. and Nigel Benn, but we're here talking about their sons. So let's start off with the aggressive Conor Benn, because not too much on his end of fight week, but definitely a lot to talk about with Conor coming off his suspension of having PEDs in his system. But hey, everybody knows about Conor and his eggy business. So we'll talk more about his skills, his heavy hands that haven't shown up in his last two bouts, but more than half of his career fights have ended in stoppage, so he definitely deserves to be noted as a heavy hitter. Conor hasn't looked his best coming off a layoff. And coming up two weight classes, his heavy punches aren't affecting the bigger boys. He looked to be gassing against Peter Nobson and hasn't fought anyone of note except Chris Algieri, but he's 41 and his prime was a decade ago. But fuck, don't get me wrong, Conor, he is quick on his feet, the way he pivots, twists and turns, and he just slings those shots like his life depends on rendering his opponent unconscious. Enough of Conor Benn now. We've got Chris Eubank Jr. Now we've got a lot to talk about. Leading up to the fight, Chris Eubank Jr. in the press conference, he made the press conference for Eubank's show because he was all over Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn, not letting Eddie get a word in, and even had Conor laughing at his witty little jokes and his British pommy way of speaking facts and getting underneath his opponent's skin so much. So he had Conor bringing up senior and talking of family matters, which I don't stand with. But hey, no laws when it comes to promoting a fight. Also, after the press of the two fighters faced off, and Chris was, as you'd expect, yapping the whole time, made Conor lean towards him to hear what he was saying, and bang, Chris hits him with an excellent bitch slap for everyone who's done. Sorry for that shit egg joke, but yes, Chris slaps him with an egg. Alright, let's get back into the antics of fight week. So Chris Eubank really was struggling to get the weight off. He fails to make the 160 weight pound limit by 0.05 pounds. Yes, that does sound ridiculous, and it is true. That's considered a weight miss in boxing. I don't think decimals should be determined whether you make or miss weight, but I'm an MMA fan, so boxers like to bitch about decimals. Like, come on, 0.05 pounds, he's not going to win in the fight. His boxing skills will win in the fight, especially with $500,000 fine he got for the weight miss. Ryan Garcia missed weight by a mile compared to this, and it got fined pennies compared to this, but fuck the weight problems. Let's talk about Chris Eubank Jr.'s skills in the ring. On the night, he'll be the bigger boy. He's a quick fighter, Chris, but I think Benn will have him on speed, and that's about all. Chris has a better fight IQ, more elusive, and I believe he's the harder puncher. He's been knocking out middleweights his entire career, but I don't like how he keeps his lead hand down and how many fighters actually land on him when he has his lead hand down, especially with how he uses his reaction time instead of having his hands up. For me, personally, as you get older, reaction time is the first to go, and with the speed of Conor Benn, that is a worry, especially getting hit by a fresh Conor Benn. But my official prediction for the fight and the prelim fights are CBS is going to get the dub no matter what, by any means necessary. It isn't going to matter what double that does to him, he's going to win. Vidal Riley's going to pop the jab all night, just straight down the pipe as well, and he's going to easy night coast. I'm afraid Vidal knocks him out though, because the fights are on at 3 a.m. and there's probably like 4:30 when Vidal fights, so I don't know if I can watch a man jab all night. So Vidal knock him out, because otherwise the only one being asleep will be me. Now the trilogy that nobody cares about, Anthony Yards versus London Alpha. I believe Anthony will do the same thing as before, get a knockdown and a technical knockout and finish the fight. As for Liam Smith, he's coming off a layoff. He's going to come in hungry as he was in the Eubank Jr. fight, and his skills and fucking, why can't I say that word? Veteran skills, not veteran tactics, to pull off the win. That's what's gonna happen. And for the Eubank fight, I feel like as long as Chris can get through the first 5 rounds, first four, 5 rounds, he can easily get a win, even a technical knockout in the later rounds. But you have to be very, 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 very careful of Conor Benn in the early rounds, even probably up to round 6, 7, 8. He only looks like he starts to gas in 8, 9. But he could be missing a whole lot of shots. He normally doesn't miss that many shots, so he can gas a whole lot quicker. We don't know, but I am keen to see how it plays out. And as for me, it's fucking AMs right now, so I'm just gonna commentate the rest of this fight. Mayor's kind of banned jab, nasty, got smacked up to the body there, fucking returned it for combo. He's coming for my body was hurting. He's so fucking quick and he throws so much, Caleb Plant. I don't really verse him much, but fucking can't put some flurries on, or the doctor come and waved off the fight, check out the cut. Not waved off the fight, but stopped the action. You let it continue, let's go. Straight back to work, bang, straight back on the cut, and I was gonna say the doctor, but I don't have doctors, the ref come and have a look at the cut. No more. He's called it off. What a way to win the fucking fight. Conor Benn comes with, he was swelling up. Look at that eye. That eye's looking bad. Did I get blessed? I don't know. Am I just so good? I don't know. We were drawn. But I'm just fucking tired. I just want Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. to make their war.